Next is user input one. Okay, so till now we defined our input one thing, correct? That age is equals to 15. Next time I'm changing here that age is equals to 67 or age is equals to 89 one thing. Okay, but let's say you want user input. Okay, like user can change the input one thing. Okay, so it's automatically taken here. Okay, it's not the case every time I'm changing the value. Okay, take this value, take this value, take this value. Okay, it's take the input from user one thing. Okay, whatever the input provided by me, it's using that one. Okay, not I'm fixing at that particular time. Okay, so this is my user input one thing. Okay, now to take user input in Java one thing, so we have a scanner class. Okay, with the help of a scanner class, we can take user input one thing. Okay, so scanner class. Okay, with the help of scanner class, we can take user input. Okay, so first thing is we need to write the object of this one thing. Okay, so scanner scn. Okay, any name. First class name scanner, then object name. Okay, name of this particular scanner class. Okay, object name. Okay, then new scanner, and inside this system dot in one. Okay, so this is the syntax for scanner class one. Okay, then again, okay, so to understand this thing, okay, consider this is my scanner class one thing. Okay, now inside this, okay, scanner is a big box. Inside this there are small different box one thing. Okay, and it is next into one thing, it is next one thing, it is next line one thing, it is next boolean one thing. Okay, something. Okay, so first you are writing the object of a scanner class, then you need to decide, okay, is that particular object you want integer one thing, you want boolean one thing, so you need to decide after that one. Okay, now if you want integer user input, okay, so we write scn dot next int one thing. Okay, if you want boolean type of input, so boolean is scn dot next boolean one thing. Okay, in boolean b capital, in int one thing I is capital one thing. Okay, next is string one. Okay, so in a string you can take input in two ways. First is scn dot next one thing, and another way is scn dot next line one thing. Okay, these are the two ways in which you can take user input for string. Okay, and similar to character one thing. Okay, and for other float, decimal, all those things. Okay, so let's see. Okay, or let me just remove this. Okay, so scanner scn is equals to new scanner in a system s should be capital. Okay, system dot in one thing. Okay, now I want the integer one thing, so int age is equals to scn dot next int one thing. Okay, now whatever the input you provide for age, just take that one. Okay, so let's say I'm providing age is equals to 24. Okay, so it's take 24 here. Okay, if you want to print, you can print the value also. System dot out dot println uh, age is age. Okay, now let's run this code. Okay, so it's take age is equals to 24 and age is between 10 to 25. Okay, now let's say you are taking 45 one thing. Just take age is 45 and age is above 40 one thing. Okay. Now let's say you want to take Boolean input. Okay. So let me comment out this one. So Boolean B is equals to sin dot next Boolean. Okay. Now you can print one thing. B is and your P value. Okay. Now let's say I'm providing true here. Sorry. My bad. See, now why we are getting error? Because I'm not using age variable here and write the logic for age one thing. Okay, that's why. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to commit this logic. Now, okay, so we are getting B is true. Okay, now let's define B is equals to false one thing. Okay, so output is false. Okay. Now important one is string one. Okay, let's understand the input of string one thing. Let me clear this. Okay, so there are two ways to take the input for string one thing. So first is string str is equals to scn dot next one thing. This is one way, and another way is string str2 is equals to scn dot next line. Okay, now let's print the value system.out.println str something. Okay, right now I'm commenting this second part. Let's first execute this one. Okay, so let's say you're writing one is statement here. Okay, text one thing, get SDE ready one thing, get SDE ready. Okay, now let's run this one. Okay, now check one thing. Okay, our complete string is this one, get SD ready. Okay, but on the console we are getting output as get only. Why? Okay, so the thing is whenever you are using next one, okay, so next stop reading the input once it get the white space. Okay, this is space. If you check in get and SD one thing, like T and S, there is a space one thing. Okay, so stop reading whenever you are getting the space one thing. Okay, so if you want to read this complete thing, we are going to use next line one thing. Okay. Now let's see the output. So we are getting get ST ready. Okay, so that's the difference between next or next line. Okay, so with the help of scn dot next one thing, it's stop reading the input after white space. Okay, once you are getting the white space, stop reading the input something. Okay, but with the help of next line, it, it able to read the line completely. Okay, that's the difference between next and next line. Okay, now for character one thing. Okay, if you want to take the character one, so character ch one thing. Okay, so whatever you write, okay, you can use next or next line anything. Okay, then after dot caret 0. Okay, so basically you are saying, say character can only store single character one thing. Okay, single symbol or single character one thing. Okay, so I'm saying, okay, take the input of string one thing. Okay, and whatever presented zeroth position one thing. Okay, so this is my given string one. A string is get space SDE ready one thing. Okay, so every character is represented by a index one thing. Okay, this is 0, 1, 2. This space is also 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 one thing. Okay, this is my given string one thing, and this is their indexing. Okay, that 0 represent G character, 1 represent E character, this one. Okay, so I'm saying take the string input and take out the character that is present at the 0th index. Okay, and print the character. Okay, so you are getting G. Okay, now let's say you want to print what is present at the 5th index. You can print also. Okay, D one thing. So see, 5th one, D is present. Okay, so in this way you can take the character input one thing. Okay, so okay, you need to remember this thing. Okay, for integer, next int one thing. For boolean, next boolean one thing. For string, this one. Same with the float or decimal. Okay, next float something. Okay, if you are using double one, then next double. If you are using long, then next long one thing. In this way. Okay.